G'day scrappers. Today I just want to do a little update on scrap copper. I did a video a couple of years ago about stockpiling copper for future investment and just a way to save money, hold money, just like any other metal, bullion and stuff like that. Scrap copper is, well, it's at an 8-year high today. I did a video a couple of years ago saying that, you know, there's various different reasons why copper is going to go up and continue to go up. Sure, it does fluctuate a lot. It goes up and down. But I think from here on, it's just going to keep going up. It's going to have a little drop here and there, but it's always going to be on the rise, and simply because there are just so many different reasons why we need so much copper these days. Just the most current reason why copper is going up and we're running out are two things. During the coronavirus, a lot of copper comes from Chile and around that area, and obviously they've been heavily affected by the pandemic, so they are producing a lot less copper. That's a start. Another thing is there are countries that are trying to stimulate production and the economy again, and so they're, especially in China right now, they're doing a lot more production things to stimulate the economy, and therefore whenever China start heavily producing things, usually the first thing they need is a lot of copper, and especially in electronics and that. A couple of things I mentioned in the last video a couple of years ago about stockpiling copper is that electric vehicles, more and more electric vehicles are being built. Even compared to 2 years ago today, a lot more electric vehicles are coming out. Now they're even making electric trucks, electric buses, and so just a regular electric car, it takes 83 kilos of copper to run an electric car. That's about 183 pounds. So that in itself is a lot, 83 kilos per car. There's a lot of cars on the road, and so as we're converting from petrol engines to electronic cars, it's only going to get bigger and bigger. And another reason, a real big one, again, I didn't think about much a couple of years ago, was wind turbines. Now, I'm really surprised at how much copper is used per megawatt of wind turbine power. It takes over 3 ton of copper per megawatt of wind turbine power generation. 3 tons of copper per megawatt. That is a hell of a lot of copper. And just to give you an example, BHP, in the last year, they mined something like 140 million tons of copper. It's enough for 400,000 wind turbines. So it works out about a 3 ton, probably over almost 3.5 ton per wind turbine. So that's pretty amazing. And we're only going to go more and more into that kind of stuff. So so copper is going up. So however you want to go about it, like at the moment, right, just for insulated copper wire here in Melbourne, Australia, today the current price at least one scrapyard is $3 a kilo. It hasn't been $3 a kilo since as long as I can remember, since I've been scrapping or doing eWaste anyway. So $3 a kilo just for, this is, they reckon it should be a minimum of 43% copper. And we all know that a lot of wire isn't even 43%. So that's pretty good money. And another example is just to give you the current price of copper today is $3.48 US a pound. Okay, so that's pretty high. That's the actual market price of copper, $3.48 US a pound. So convert that into Australian dollars and into kilos. That's $10.38 a kilo. So, and currently scrapyards are paying for Millbury copper, so the clean, bright and shiny copper here in Melbourne, $8.80. So to give you an example, the full price of copper is worth $10.38. They're paying $8.80. And so therefore, you know, they've got to, obviously a scrapyard have to make a margin, and they're probably going to sit on it until it keeps going up anyway. There's no rush to sell copper. So however you choose to stockpile it, whether it's in Millbury form, in copper cable if you can get it, your regular kind of windings that you take out of transformers and stuff like that, whether you get it from copper heat sinks from servers and PCs, you can stack it like that, it's good enough. Stripping wire and stuff, stripping degaussing cables, you get some nice Millbury copper. You might be into making copper bars and just stacking your copper like that. Admittedly, it doesn't make any difference which way you stack it, because it's all pretty much worth the same. Scrapyards obviously won't pay any more for a copper bar, but people do because they want to hold copper bars and they want to stockpile like that, just like bullion, like if it was a silver bar or a gold bar. Here's a really old one that's got really nice tarnish on it. It's a bit I scratched off that just to show you a bit of shininess underneath, so you can polish this bar up to a bright shine if you like. And just, yeah, however you want to stockpile your copper, I seriously recommend it. You know, even copper piping, and in this case, this kind of nice new copper piping, I wouldn't even, you know, melt this down. I would just keep it in case I ever needed copper piping. And obviously, as copper goes up, so does buying pipe. Now, the pipe might cost twice as much as its value in copper, maybe 3 times. Same as these copper bars. Some of you might know I've sold these many on eBay. I haven't melted any copper bars for quite some time. I will get to it one day, because I do have a big stockpile of copper that I can melt. But I was selling these for 6 times the value of copper. So, or the scrap value of copper, not the actual full market price. But yeah, so I just wanted to do a quick video, just a little upgrade on stockpiling copper for like a metal investment, a hedge against inflation, and especially, you know, the younger you are, and you know, just hold on to your copper. Don't be in a rush to sell it. You know, I sell my insulated copper wire. I don't strip this. I only strip the real thick stuff. So I'm happy to sell this kind of stuff, and you know, especially at the moment, I'm loading up some bins full of these to take to the scrapyard at $3 a kilo. Can't beat that. But even if you sat on this for a while, it does fluctuate in price a lot more than clean copper. But yeah, I just recommend it. Scrap copper is, you know, it's really going up. It's a really sought after commodity, and you know, just even for us little scrappers and so on, you know, you just stockpile it just like the big boys do, and you know, I don't think you can go wrong. You can always sell it one day if you needed, you know, were, you know, desperate for the money or something, or it's just a good way to yeah, save a bit of value in your investment portfolio. Yeah, can't go wrong with it. And so anyway, that's all I wanted to mention today. Just a quick little video. I'm pretty busy, got to get on to scrapping more things, but if you're interested in stockpiling metals for precious metal investment or just base metal investment, copper is the stuff. Sure, you got brass and things like that, that also is very high in value at the moment, but brass is, you know, basically it's a contaminated copper. It's copper with zinc and all other kinds of things in there. Could be chromium, arsenic, all kinds of things. But copper is, it's just a pure metal, and obviously gold has gone up quite a lot too. You just keep one little gold coin, and that's quite a lot of money. Whereas copper, I think there's a lot more uptake in copper because we can afford to keep it, hold it. We sell all the other stuff. Sell your aluminium and your scrap steel and stuff like that, and your copper wire to make your money. But as you're getting copper, real copper, I suggest you hold on to it for as long as you can, and it might make a really good retirement investment. As I said, scrap price for Millbury copper today is $8.80. Candy copper is just over $8, I think. So can't get much better than that at the moment. And like I said, the amount of uses that we're going into for copper at the moment, electric vehicles, wind turbines, you name it, it's only going to get more and more needed. And so, and especially whilst they're not mining as much in places like Chile and stuff, there's going to could be a bit of a shortage in the short term. But there is a lot of copper in the world and in the ground. So as copper goes up, so too do copper mining companies. They start drilling and excavating everywhere they can to try and get more copper. But it does still, as wages go up, it costs a lot of money to actually, get copper out of the ground. So it's as long as wages keep going up, so too will copper. All right, guys, well, keep scrapping, have fun, get out there and find your copper and stack it and hold on to it for future investment. You can't go wrong. Catch you next time.